Hello all, welcome to Pantech Solutions. This is Rajkumar. Today we are going to see about 5G evolution. Hello all, welcome to Pantech Solutions. This is Rajkumar. Today we are going to see about 5G evolution. I hope the voice is audible with all of us, all of the people who are listening. Um, First of all, going myself, Rajkumar, actually, Pandak has been conducting this webinar series from when the lockdown period has been started on that period onwards. Today we have joined with Nutan Maharashtra Institute of Technology. Um, the college has been established at the year of 2018, and he has been a vast experience and over engineering fields. Up to 5 domains have been handled by the college, and they have a vast number of students. So up to 20,000 plus graduates have been created yet. So they are going to yet going to proceed with further in this journey. So we are happy with joining with the college. So today we'll be seeing about the we'll be seeing about the basic about what is the communication systems, and why communication systems are required in the development fields in further, and what will be the 5G communication will be evolved, giving the impact, like what is the impact, because we have seen 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and but why 5G, what is the impact can be given. So that can should be analyzed. For that also we are going to, and the webinar is a collaboration of that things only. So we'll be analyzing what is the 1G and 2G and 3G and 4G, and what are the problems in that one, and what has been made to be overcome particular technology, and after the technology has been overcome, why it is gone again to be another development, multiple generation development, why it has been happened, and why the fifth generation communication system should be happen. So that are the main ideology of these webinar. Okay, so myself Rajkumar. So I'll go with the further information sharing with you. Okay. So first of all, you want to know of the technologies. Okay. So first of all, technologies we are taking into account means there are a wide range of technologies has been enabled, like Android applications or Java, whatever the scripting languages, and front end, like front end, whatever the websites creation, or any application like any exe file, .NET file creations, or anything like it is a front end applications. Those applications will be coming under an application layer. You might hear this is a OS layer architecture only I am explaining. And after that, the embedded systems also will be coming moreover in the OSA layer, but not fully with the OSA layer. Why I am placing the embedded systems on the OSA layer means embedded applications are not only based on the architecture development, but it is based on the application development area. Because whatever sensors have been created, the sensor should be communicated with one point to another point. So that communication should be happen. These like ideologies only created in any technology, in embedded technology. So that makes embedded technology to be a application layer concept. Okay, so next is a networking layer. It will be proceedings with how to connect from one user end to another user. Now I am speaking with you with a particular point of head, like I'm started with a particular computer in a one node in the world, one part. So here from I am communicating, try to communicate from anywhere in the part. So these mapping should be done, like what is the communication protocol, like from this point to that point, how the mapping should be done. So for that and all, and the networking protocols will be working on. Okay, so next is signal processing is the final layer, so which we are going to see the webinar also. Why I have proposed the signal processing the final layer means because without signal processing nothing can be communicated, because whatever the informations are happening nowadays with the internet only, whatever you are passing, like you are using your Ola or Swiggy, or anyways like Flipkart or Amazon, Netflix web series, whatever it is, that depend on only with the internet communication. So why I am telling the signal processing is, it means here it makes a sense, because whatever you are doing with any application creation, you can't able to process much more information in your own device itself. So multiple devices should communicate, and the multiple broadcast information should be taken and segregated to you. So for that we have to connect a network. So the network is connected to the networking layer also. We have to make a sensible data. Okay, so like if you want to view a video, like now we are seeing a webinar, the webinar is broadcasted at around 256 kb per second. Okay, but that much frame minimum is needed. Okay, so like one frame 256 kb should be needed. Like if you are taking a one video, based on the compression algorithm, it currently it go to up to 1 MB. Okay, so at least we need a 1 MB data, right, to send the information from one point to another point. So that much is needed, means we have to concentrate on the communication on the particular base station towards the user. So this base station towards the user, how it is going to happen, that not we are going to discuss today. Okay, what are the problems also there, what are other things should be considered, and what is the futuristic ideologies are there, according to that what are we are going to consider, that not we have to analyze. Okay, so first of all, digital signal processing not only works with communication, it is having ideologies on image processing, antenna design, audio processing, and video processing. Okay, so image processing means it is like whatever the data has been taken, it should be processed, and it should be like object recognition, and that will be coming on. So after that, antenna design is comes under communication systems only. So which is a physical medium to send the information from one point to another point. So without antennas, we can't able to communicate too. So antenna design also, a lot of development should be going to be happen in 5G communication. That also we are going to discuss in this webinar. So after that, audio processing and video processing, these and all is based on the data processing, like image processing only. So here you can segregate the technology into two, like communication based, and after that signal processing for application based. Okay, so that is the ideology I have given the slide. Okay, so next I will go to what is the content today. Okay, so first of all, tech evolution we have to see, like 1G, 2G, 3G I have already told you. So after that we will be analyzing the 4G LTE test systems, and after that OFDM, how OFDM helps in the 4G LTE and the 5G communication, that will be analyzed. After that, MIMO is already started, the era has been started. So with that era, what is going to be happen in the future also we have to analyze. Okay, so after that, beam forming. So MIMO makes a beam forming. So why beam forming, and how it made, and how it sends us a data to reach a maximum. So for that we have to analyze the beam forming. And after that, cognitive networks. So cognitive networks is it's just like you might not hear about this word, or might be here, only few people only hearing about this word, because what are the technologies we have seen till now is based on until 4G and 4G plus LTE and LTE plus, it is going around 4.9G until. So our 5G fully 5G deployment is only like, it's like a cognitive networks. So that also I'm going to explain, and I'm going to give a brief introduction, and I'm going to analyze what is the problems also. I'll be giving some more applications. I won't give directly the information. I will be giving some application, what the problems in a real time problems happen. I will explain you clearly so you can get more information, I think so. So first of all, a communication will be having a wired communication and wireless communication. You might hear that one. So the wired communication started earlier about a 18th century, and after that wireless communication started early about 19th century. So the wired communication, when it is now the wired communication has been used with the twisted pair, and after that coaxial cable, and after that optical fiber. Okay, so these are the major data transmission mediums available in wired. But wired communication can transmit nowadays up until 1 terabyte with optical fiber. So it is not much more issue. So if you want or don't want to talk about that one, because industrial perspective, we will be going on the newest technology. So I am going to speak about the wireless communication only. So wireless communication, if you are going, means there are major communications happening between terrestrial communication, microwave communication, which is happening between the base stations, and after that the communication happening between the satellite and the microwave transmitter. Like it's broadcasting happens with the TV channel. Okay. So after that, broadcast radio channel in a particular region. If you are taking the radio channel, should be transmitted over the particular region, like government organization, All India Radio is there. So the All India Radio can transmit the information towards the particular city. So whatever you are available can tune the particular frequency, and you can get the information. So these are the wireless technologies available. So whatever you are taking the wireless satellite and by broadcast, these are general point words. So in this we are going to see the terrestrial So terrestrial communication with the terrestrial radio communication. Okay, so first of all we are going to see the terrestrial radio communication. So radio waves, if you are having a evolution ideology, means it will be having 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G and 5G. Okay, so 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, what is the difference? Okay, so first of all, we are before going into the technical information, I will explain first of all 1G. 1G, what are the applications if you want to take? Means 1G started with the application about FM, AM, and after that broadcast communications. What are the broadcast communications are available are 1G only, and after that walkie-talkie. Why I am telling these communications as a 1G means because if you're taking the particular points like what are the informations are there, one frequency if you want to tune, that frequency will be transmitted to the overall people. Like if you one FM station, like I am taking a radio city, otherwise a big FM. So the big FM 91.1, the radio city 91.1 should be tuned, means that frequency will be reachable to the particular people. Okay, so that is called the broadcast communication, because one people can speak and that information will be transmitted to the overall people. So that is the ideology of 1G communication. Okay, so after that any other, like if you're taking TV channel, it's also broadcast communication. Like if you are seeing any TV channels, for example I'm taking some XTV. Okay, so that TV is there, means that TV channel will be broadcast all the people. Okay, so whatever you're doing, if you're moving the channel, means the number will be suited in the particular frequency, so the frequency will be reachable. If you're taking walkie-talkie, we'll be using a code word over. Okay, after the end of this particular information passing, they'll be sending information as over. Why they are doing that means because it's a broadcast communication. One people is speaking means another people shouldn't speak. So I have to tell them my conversation has to end up and you can't overcome it. Okay, so nowadays it is not rated, because nowadays we are using the multicast communication. So the 1G communication is a basic ideology about we want to pass a emergency information like that. Like nowadays it's not a emergency information itself, it's available ideologies. So they started for ambulance services and police for walkie-talkie. For that only the 1G communication started. Okay, so next is the era of 2G. Why the 2G communication came? First the 1G communication happens, then the 2G communication. Why they expected means the people want to communicate one to one. Okay. Okay, the people want to send the information in a one-to-one manner. Okay, so what is happened means so multicast communication. So the 2G communication happened with a particular user. I can't say speak with any user in any world in a one-to-one communication. So that is happened. So that is called the technology happens with the 2G. It is called the TDMA. And the 3G communication came, the 3G. But we can't able to do any voice call with the video communication of the 2G means when it is going around 2.5G, like internet came into account. After that what happened means that people's expectations has been changed, and they want to make a communication server based communication. Based on the server based communication, we can make a video call, we can make a send information, like we are using a Facebook or any Twitter, any applications are like based on we want to send information and we want to receive information. Okay, so that is the ideology. So we can server based communication. So voice based communication has came. So after that 2.5G communication came. So with the 2.5G communication we are in an internet scenario. So but also we can't able to send any information like video calling and all. Okay, so that is a problem. So until 2.9G edge technology came, after that we can't able to send information, we can't able to process information with the video callings and all. So we just jumped onto the 3G communication. The 3G communication main ideology is about video calling and high data transmission, and after that multiplayer gamings and all came into account with 3G communication only. I am telling the multiplayer games means like PUBG. If you are considering means the PUBG is a multiplayer game. It came around the 3G evolution only. So on the period Wi-Fi also evoluted. So with that evolutions only it is came into account. Why I am noting that PUBG game is because it is a multi-server multi applications runs on under a multi-user environment, which can give the input and technology only. So after that, we then the development of 4G came. So problem with 3G is it's have some issues like the phone is getting heat up, the battery drains faster based on the technology, because the technology is having issues with inside the phone. I will explain that one. Like the phone has heated up, after that the battery drains immediately. Rather than that, another problem is like it is whatever it is giving, it can give only one MB transmission. And so we want higher data transmission. For that only we go on to the 4G communication transmission. Like we want to make a HD. First of all, FDMA. First of all, FDMA, if you are taking into account, means the 1G technology is based on FDMA. What are the frequency are there? We want to tune it and point to our multiple users. Okay, so if you are tuning the particular, so what is happening means we want one frequency into small receiving the information. If you are saying in this, here you can see the yellow color is showing the what first time, and blue color is showing the whites are there. So what is happening? So each time period I can send my information is as a voice information or as any text information. Okay, so that information will be passed, and another time period I will be receiving information. This time period is not mentionable for us because it is a minute time second. So we can't able to clearly view that one, because it will be happening in a microseconds. So that won't be problem for the human. So human won't be the human synchronization won't analyze that much. So it's not a problem for the human. So we can make a communication between the particular user to another user. Okay. So first next is go on to the CDMA technology. The CDMA technology is about core division multiple access, which is making the particular information. It's not a problem for the. So it is making the particular information like when the TDMA came, it is called 2G technology. When the 2G technology came, the CDMA technology also came into the account. Like you might hear about Reliance. Reliance initially introduced their phones like for 500 rupees, one phone will be getting like 2004 on that scenario. In that scenario, if you are seeing means what happened exactly means when the Reliance came into the account with the CDMA technology, but other networks came into technology with a TDMA. So what happened means the SIM card by one user. If I am a user, the user is buying a SIM card means he can't able to buy a phone separately for the SIM card. Okay, because when the particular technology used by the Reliance is CDMA and Reliance and Tata Indicom is CDMA, when I'm a user, I will be going on the TDMA. What happened means the Reliance can't able to come into the market highly. So the CDMA failed in the 2G network, but the same CDMA has been pledged in the 3G network. So how it is happened? The CDMA is changed into widespread, like a higher frequency effective. With that it is made. So how it works, I will show it now. So here the frequency is divided. With that, the power allocation is made higher and higher. So when the data is there, the data will be overloaded with power. So whenever if you want a high data, right, high information, any information, the data will be loaded over the power and it will be received. Okay, so the end user will be receiving the data with high power. So